When it comes to media, whether animated or otherwise, there are going to be characters that show up time and time again that capture our hearts. Not only because we love them in terms of their personality and design, not only because they are relatable, but because we look up to them when we have days where we are full of emotion, both the good and the bad. We call them our comfort characters. Some of my favorites include Ruby Rose from Ruby, Serena from Pokemon, Nala from Pretty Rhythm Rainbow Live, Akari from Akatsu, and so on. That's what I want to talk about today. Which animated characters I love so dearly and look up to the most that I call them as my comfort characters when I feel sad or happy? Well, I choose two characters from the Precure franchise that not only I love so much, but also who I find comforting because of their story arcs. That being Rabirin from Healing Good Precure and Kaguya from the Healing Good Precure movie. These two are my favorite fairy mascot and favorite supporting character in the whole franchise, as every time I see them on screen, they always make me smile in a variety of ways. Rabirin is a part of the main character in the series, Nautica Hanadera aka Cure Grace. She wasn't sure of whether she would let her join as a Precure at the beginning of the series, since they were battling against the Byogans. But in the second episode, when Nautica explained her resolve to become a Precure, Rabirin truly understood why she wants to become Cure Grace. Not only she wanted to give back to the people who helped her when she was ill, but there was also another reason for it. We find out later on in the series that one of the Byogans, Darusian, was the one responsible for Nautica's illness in the first place, so it became more of a personal fight than it really was. Rabirin was there for Nautica every step of her journey, as a fairy partner should do. It all came to a head in episode 42, where Rabirin helped Nautica with the most important decision of her life, whether to save Darusian and the risk of being ill again, or reject him for good. Luckily, with Rabirin's help, the help of her teammates, and the help from her other fairy partners, Nautica, on her own free will, stood her ground and rejected Darusian, as he never showed any sign of remorse every time he attacked the town. Not to mention he attacked without any care in the world, and she didn't want to be the source of his life. As she said herself, this is her body, this is her life, and it should never be messed with ever again. This is one of the most satisfying moments in the series because it goes to show that a villain like Darusian should never be redeemed for their heinous actions. Rabirin throughout Healing Good showed why she is the best fairy partner in the whole Precure franchise for me. She loves spending time with Nautica in a variety of ways, whether it's joining her in Osumi on their morning jog, helping her with her projects for school as shown in the Diary Clip Show episode, going on a picnic in the hills, and even being a great volleyball coach. However, there is one episode of Healing Good, which coincidentally happens to be my favorite episode of the season, that made me love Rabirin, and that is episode 15, where she shows that she loves unique and fun things like myself. In that episode, Rabirin develops a love for a lavender Daruma doll that is a surprise to the local lavender garden and cafe. However, Peggy-tan and Nyataran showed a dislike for it, as it looked kind of ugly to them. Rabirin tries to hide her love for the doll, but she shares it with Nautica when she discovers the poster for the sound competition in Rabirin's box. Nautica explains to Rabirin that it is okay to enjoy something that others don't like, which is a really relatable lesson for me because I enjoy lots of things that a person with Asperger's syndrome does. Learning about art and history, watching cartoons and anime, collecting things related to those topics, doing videos about cartoons and anime, and also doing escape rooms with my friends. Nautica and Rabirin enjoyed spending time at the lavender garden and cafe, learning all aspects of what lavender is, from learning how they grow, to having lavender-flavored tea, even to Rabirin giving an adorable postcard. They eventually get the doll, but Rabirin is forced to say that she hates the doll after Nyataran teases her for it, and Nautica feels responsible for not standing up for her, which in turn affects her ability to transform in the Monster of the Week fight later on in the episode. Luckily, Lotte given the opportunity to make up, and they can join the doll together, which is rewarding when they get another doll, so they can have one each. I absolutely adore this episode, as it further develops the bond between Rabirin and Nautica, which became stronger as the series went on from there. Now, it's Kaguya's time to shine. In the Healing Good Precure movie, Kaguya is introduced as the virtual Dream Princess in the Dreamland Festival in Tokyo where the Healing Good team are visiting. She first appears to Nautica when she finds Lotte and warns her to leave after discovering the special flower bud inside her. However, they both became friends after Nautica, her friends, and the Yes Precure 5 Go-Go team after they saved her from Ego in the first fight. It turns out that she has much in common with Nautica than they first thought. They care about the people they love the most, having fun together when the girls take Kaguya around the city, and wanting to share their own dreams with others. Wanting Kaguya to celebrate her birthday, Nautica and her friends plan to give her a proper birthday party with her mother and their new friends. There is also a negative aspect to Kaguya and Nautica's friendship, as they both shared the same pain, as they were both affected by the Byogans. In Kaguya's case, with Ego being born from the Byogans, hurting her life in the process, is even made more apparent when Serenus decides to use the miracle flower to save her. Ego foolishly takes the flower for himself and absorbs Kaguya into his body to become more powerful. Which then leads to a fascinating aspect to Kaguya's character, that she is actually the spirit of the miracle flower. She was born out of Serenus' desire to have happiness after suffering tragedy after tragedy. Serena became her mother, and for the first time they shared happiness with one another since that day. They even read a familiar fairy story together every night, the tale of the bamboo cutter. Kaguya shares a similar path as the princess in the story, that after her life's being pushed to the limits with the Virtual Dreams project, and being affected by Ego, she had to leave this world even to the point of losing her life. This aspect really brought tears to my eyes, as I wanted to see her happy and be a real girl, and bring happiness to others as I saw that spark in her. Luckily, thanks to Nodaga's determination to save Kaguya, after she herself was saved in the series, and the wishes of the people in the festival, Kaguya's life was spared and became a real girl in the process. She now had the happy life she always wanted, a loving mother, a group of amazing friends, and having the birthday party she always wanted. In the end, both Rabirin and Kaguya's stories made me appreciate their trials and tribulations, and their connection to Nodoka, aka Cure Grace. If they became real in a real-life sense, I would have them as my friends. We would have amazing times together for sure. I would even share my activities with them, especially drawing, going on days out and things. And they give me the motivation to never give up in times when I have my own personal struggles. Anyway, now it's your turn for you guys out there. I want to give you the chance to talk about your comfort characters. That's right, I want you guys to share your favorites in a video with the hashtag #MyComfortCharacters. You can share any way you wish, either as a short on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, or a video similar to the one I just did, or even as an artwork. Or you can let me know your comfort characters in the comments below. Until next time, this is Rosepal saying, see you later, or as Cute Grace would say, Odaijini.